I'm so bad with my kids because I can yell and stuff like that. My kids don't remember anything I tell them. Nothing.
No.
But they remember like dad's mean.
Hey, Craig, let's get into some coffee talk.
Hey, I love it. I love doing some coffee talk.
Well, talk about what?
Dogs, daughters, whatever. It's coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
It's like Mr. Coffee Talk.
Mr. Coffee Talkin'.
Mr. Coffee Talking. So I touched on this on the other day when we were coffee talking, Mr. Jason, about a good offense is the best defense.
Sure.
It is, right? But the study they did of the life insurance companies, I think is so important. It's so, or as the kids say, important.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about important, but what they found was that the people who bought and remembered and then went back to buy again, they attributed it to the person with whom they were working. The person with whom they were working, right? They didn't know it. You could ask them about the insurance. They don't know. You could ask them if they read the thing that they bought. They said no. You could ask them all about the product itself. They knew nothing about it. But what they did know was that they knew the guy's name or gal's name, and they could talk about the interaction they had with that person, how it made them feel.
Right. Who said that? People don't remember what you told them, but they remember how they
I
made
think
them
it's
feel.
Dale Carnegie. Isn't that in Win Friends and Influence People?
That's 100% true. It's like a kid, right? I'm so bad with my kids because I can yell and stuff like that. But
yeller.
My kids don't remember anything I tell them. Nothing.
No.
But they remember like dad's mean or dad's gonna
Dad's
get
fun.
mean. You know
Dad's
what I mean?
mean. Dad's fun. Dad's mean. Dad's a baller.
But baller. But yeah, it is 100% true. And people want, and we bring this up in the agency sometimes, is that if people remember that you had a good conversation, they're more likely to pick up the phone.
Right.
So the conversation has to go well. If you're just going over the facts and stuff like that, they're like going to try to avoid you like the plague because they're like,
Right.
I can't do that again.
They don't want to talk to Needle Nose Ned the head. Caught shingles real bad.
That guy had it all, right?
He was kind of fun.
I thought so.
Yeah. Ew. That's a doozy. But it is critical. And this isn't something that is impossible for everybody to do, right? A lot of the best salespeople will have this sort of innate, it's kind of a natural talent to be able to talk to people, but they can be coached, right? People can be coached into asking the right questions. I think that's where you came up with the 3 non-negotiable questions, right? Where do you work? Who do you live with? What do you do for fun? Because I mean, these aren't hard things to ask, right? As you're running your quote and there's some dead time because we all know that these computer systems may operate slow at times, and in between you just pepper it in there, right? And that's the gold because that opens the door. I remember
it's not who you live with. It's what's your family like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. What's your family like?
Because the reason being is because that goes deeper in the sense of it could be somebody that doesn't live with them, that they had a bad experience, but then you're sharing something that's right. Maybe they're unload on you a bit and like, dude, that's rapport big time.
Oh yeah. They started getting misty.
Like real.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell me about your last Thanksgiving. Tell me what Uncle Freddie did when he showed up all drunk. But honestly, the more that they open up, and once they open up and get a little bit vulnerable, they're gonna. Sure. That's it, right? Now you're connected,
and it has to go there. And it's super unnatural to go there that fast because you would never go there that fast with somebody in person.
No,
but again, what we're trying to do is do whatever it takes during our 8-hour day or whatever, how many hours you work, and trying to maximize the time. So in that conversation, you got to go to not knowing this person into building the strongest connection you can possible. And the speed of that you can do that is honestly a huge factor of your success as a salesperson.
Yep. Well, we talk about it's covered pretty heavily in the Peak Performance Blueprint, right? That they tell dudes in the portal, but we'll look at the telefunnel, right? We'll look at the context, look at the transfers, look at all these things. And a lot of time, the fall off happens on the producer side, on the sales side. And I'll look at the numbers and I'll say, oh, one of my people has more failed transfers than the other. And that's right up front, not able to just keep them on the phone, right? Make that instant connection. One of our lead dudes, Fanko, brought it up here at Ignite, was that sales guy that called him, right? It always sticks out to me because it was so much energy that he remembered the sales guy out of all the other salespeople that call, right? Coming to the call with that energy is so important. Not, okay, so you, blah, 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 right? You got to bring it. You got to bring the heat, and they're going to remember. When you bring the heat, they remember. Then you're able, now you have some initial connection, you keep them on the phone, you start doing the quote, and now you have the rapport to create the rapport, right? Because you made it through. Now you need to, it's not like, should I ask these questions? It's like, you must ask these questions. There's nothing more important than asking those questions and setting that rapport. I mean, look at 10% or less of all of the insurance companies have the most market share because this is what they train on. They don't train on, this is how this policy works. This is how, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the policy and how it works. They just want to know they paid their money. Their spouse gets some money when they die. That's it, right? They don't even want to talk about it. They want to think about dying. But if they like you, they're like, yeah, okay, great, right? In the same way, if you get a referral from a loan officer, right, it comes over, the person doesn't care. They just say, oh, yeah, Jim loan officer said that you're good. Okay, great. I'll take it, whatever. Right?
Right. Yep.
Because they already have buy-in. They don't want to do the work. So if they like you, they may even start the call with, hey, I'm going to 5 different people. Great. Totally. Then you make them like you. They're not going to 5 different people. They don't want to deal with this, right? They've already made one friend. They don't need to go make a bunch of other friends if they trust you.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. And I know that you wanted to keep this one short, Mr. Jason. So why don't we wrap it?
Let's wrap it with a bow.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I think we build a good rapport in this conversation.
Yeah, I like you. I'll buy whatever you're selling.
I'll buy whatever you're selling. Well, it's definitely.
Do you have ice cream?
And I think with this, I mean, you can really take a look at this whole thing and then take it one step backwards, who you're hiring, the culture that you have in your agency. And it all starts with you, with creating the culture, coming in with a great attitude and everything. It really just trickles down.
The trickle down effect.
The trickle down. And that's
a coffee talk. Don't forget, as you advance to the next podcast of this that you're going to listen to just click subscribe. Click subscribe.
Yep, click subscribe.
And if you're so inclined, scroll down to the bottom there, click on write a review and put, I listened and Mr. Craig is my favorite. And that would be great.
No, Mr. Craig.
What? Okay, you can put Mr. Jason's your favorite. Whichever one you think is your favorite, that's fine. Nobody's feelings are going to be hurt around it.
We'll add them up at the end, and then we'll buy.
Ooh.
The other agency dinner.
Oh, I like it. That's a declaration.
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk. Coffee talk. Coffee talk.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes, it's a weekly call that we're doing right now it's live, and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now, live.teledudes.com.
Live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Craig, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with. That's right. The calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's
Okay.
520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
All right.